Chapter 31. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Chong didn't know what Xia Xin was thinking. At this moment, he was really grateful to Xia Xin, because in his opinion, these two cores were indeed useless now. If someone were to trade with me now, I would definitely not spend 2,000 white stones to buy it. After Li Chong received the money, he immediately upgraded his wooden boat. At this time, his wooden boat was already at level 3, and there was a civilian beside him. It can be seen that Li Chong's current living situation is actually better than that of many people. Of course, he can't compare to Xia Xin. Xia Xin is now hugging Windsor, holding the world in his hands, and continues to sleep. When he opened his eyes again, Windsor was no longer in bed. Xia Xin also got up, dressed and walked outside. By this time the rain had become very light, almost the drizzle of the first day. It's already the 6th day, and the weekend survival points rewards will be carried out today. Xia Xin checked the survival points ranking list. First place, Xia Xin, 1320. Second place, Bai Shui, 671. Third place, Denton, 670. Fourth place, Li Qier, 592. Fifth place, Yi Baifeng, 589. Sixth place, Ogawa Nina, 532. Number 7. James, 503, now that I am still number 1. And my survival points are basically twice those of the second place. It is a certainty to get the first place reward. Xia Xin came to the fishing gallery as usual. At this time, several civilians were already sitting there. Xia Xin told Jasmine to make breakfast, then he sat next to Windsor, took out the resource fishing rod and started fishing. When Huohua saw Xia Xin, he flew out of Windsor's arms and landed in Xia Xin's arms. She had been using the fiery body yesterday, and there was no amethyst this morning, so she was very tired. After falling into Xia Xin's arms, she fell asleep after a while. Soon, Xia Xin fished out the first item, which was a blueprint, iron pot manufacturing blueprint. White cooking requires utensils, and this is just what you need. Construction requirements, iron block *2. That's actually another iron pot manufacturing blueprint. Xia Xin then received 2 more bags of salt, which weighed 8 kilograms and could probably be eaten for a long time. The last chance Xia Xin got was a civilian summoning card, which was of white quality. Xia Xin immediately chose to summon. This time the person summoned was a middle-aged woman with an ordinary appearance, West Asia, normal, rating, 1. Power, 6. Agility, 5. Defense, 5. Occupation, farmer. Abilities, ability to manage farmland well. There is one profession, but that is that of a farmer. Xia walked over and saluted Xia Xin. I have met the Lord. Xia Xin nodded, gave up his seat to her, and let her fish with the fishing rod, while he returned to the house holding Huohua. Now there are 5 civilians, and all the fishing rods are occupied. Now I can completely liberate myself. When another civilian comes, I can find a way to liberate Windsor, but it won't be possible in a short time, because Windsor's fishing rod is level 12, and if others catch a powerful sea monster, they won't be able to handle it. It seems that I have to let them all upgrade in the future. Especially Jasmine. When she grows up, she can replace Windsor. After returning to the house, Xia Xin started busy with his own things. First, he used the materials he received yesterday to make a deluxe bedding set and a rechargeable lamp. That set of bedding was really luxurious, much thicker than what Xia Xin was using now, and it had gold and blue patterns on it. It just looks luxurious. The most important thing is that this bed sheet is large and has 4 pillows and 2 quilts. Xia Xin had no choice but to build a wooden bed again, and then merged the 2 wooden beds together so that the sheets could be put on it. Then Xia Xin took his original set, went to the small living room, and gave it to Jasmine. Now the cooking area has also been moved to the big living room. After Jasmine is ready, she will directly deliver the meal to Xia Xin's core cabin. After dinner, everyone continued fishing. By this time the rain had stopped. Xia Xin also went outside the house and sat next to Windsor. Gradually, the dark clouds began to clear. A ray of sunshine broke through the clouds. Immediately, more sunlight began to appear, as if to retaliate for the suppression of clouds in those days. The sunlight appeared very quickly. In a moment, all the clouds disappeared, and a truly cloudless scene appeared. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, the sea is vast, and some seabirds can be seen flying in the distance, looking at this beautiful scenery. Xia Xin and the others were immersed in it. The depression of many days also disappeared with the dark clouds. Xia Xin opened the chat channel, and sure enough, everyone was enjoying the party. Holy shit, guys, I survived. Ha ha ha, the sun is out, the scenery is so beautiful. The sun has never felt so kind. I must have a big meal to celebrate today. What kind of feast? Seafood, of course. Brother, don't talk about seafood, I want to eat. That the entire chat channel was chatting enthusiastically, and there was joy in every word. After Xia Xin saw it, he felt that he should also celebrate. Of course, he couldn't just eat seafood. After all, on the sea, seafood really cannot be a big meal, everyone is a little tired of it. So Xia Xin planned to make some vegetable dinner. There are still a lot of vegetables in my warehouse. Announcement to all, this week's rainstorm is over. Congratulations to everyone who survived. You will all receive varying rewards based on your points. Announcement to all, the top 10 in the survival scoreboard will receive additional rewards. Announcement to all, today's personal mall launches special drinks, please enjoy. At this moment, Heavenly Mother issued 3 announcements in succession. Later, Xia Xin heard the voice of Heavenly Mother again, but this time it was personal. Since you ranked first in points this week, in addition to the basic rewards, you can also choose one of the following 3 items as a special reward. As soon as the voice fell, 3 pictures appeared in front of Xia Xin. Xia Xin began to check them one by one. Professional Civilian Summoning Card. Purple, you can use this to summon a civilian with a profession. Blood of the Underworld Demonic Dragon. Purple, after taking it, you can obtain the bloodline of the Underworld Demonic Dragon clan. Territory Return Scroll. Purple, after use, it allows you to return directly to your territory. 3 things, all of which are of purple quality, are what every Xia Xin wants. The development of a territory is inseparable from civilians, especially civilians with occupations. They are the cornerstone of the territory's development. For example, if you get a blacksmith with purple quality, you can create purple equipment in your territory. The blood of the demon sea dragon is also a good thing. After taking it, you can directly obtain the bloodline of the dragon clan. The dragon clan is undoubtedly a very powerful being. If you obtain it, it will be of great help to save your life. Chapter 32. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As for the last territory return scroll, it is also of great use. For example, if you leave the territory far away, you can return instantly, which can save a lot of time. In addition, if you go on an adventure and encounter danger, you can directly activate it and escape from the dangerous place, giving you an extra chance to save your life. Xia Xin thought for a while and decided to choose the blood of the Underworld Demonic Dragon. The reason is that he believes that in this world, the most fundamental thing is that one's own strength must be strong enough. One's own strength is the root of a tree, while territorial power is the crown of the tree. Only with deep roots can the tree grow tall and the crown of branches flourish. Moreover, he still had a copy of the blood of the blue sea dragon in his hand, and he wanted to try what wonderful changes would happen if the two were combined. After the selection was completed, Xia Xin took out the blood of the demon sea demon dragon, which was also a small glass bottle, but the blood was purple. Blood of the Underworld Demonic Dragon, purple. After taking it, you can obtain the bloodline of the Underworld Demonic Dragon clan. Conditions of use: each basic attribute must reach more than 50 points before it can be taken, the same conditions of use as Tsangqinghai Dragon Blood. Xia Xin took out the Tsangqinghai Dragon's blood, opened the bottle, and poured the Dark Sea Demonic Dragon's blood into the bottle containing the Tsangqinghai Dragon's blood. Unexpectedly, the two did not merge. Cyan and purple exist clearly in the glass bottle, as if there is a barrier separating them. How is this going? Xia Xin looked at the two bottles with some confusion. Xin, this may be because they have different qualities. At this time, Windsor put forward his own opinion. Originally, Windsor was asked to call her Xia Xin last night, but Windsor pointed out that she didn't like to be called directly by her first name, so she decided to call her Xin. Xia Xin naturally had no objection. It was originally just to get closer, but now this title is obviously a step further than calling him by his first name. after hearing Windsor's words, Xia Xin felt that this might be the reason. He separated the two types of blood and then put them away. After you get something to improve the quality in the future, you can improve the blood of the Tsang Qinghai dragon and try to fuse it. Xia Xin had a hunch that the fusion of these two bloods would definitely give him a surprise. Xia Xin then took out the basic gift package of survival points. This was a material distributed based on everyone's survival points. Everyone had it, it was just a question of more or less. Turn on: 200 kilograms of flour, 200 kilograms of vegetables, 100 kilograms of meat, 50 kilograms of fruits, 50 liters of drinking water, and some various oils, salts, sauces and vinegars. All are daily necessities. These are enough to feed 7 of me for half a month. Xia Xin arranged for people to move all these things into the warehouse. Xia Xin suddenly felt a little bored. Now that all the fishing rods were used, he was idle and had nothing to do. Watch other people's chats for a while. Xia Xin opened the chat channel and took a look at the remaining people in the regional channel. He found that there were still more than 5,000 people. Only 5 days later, half of them were dead, but there shouldn't be so many deaths in the future. After all, those who can survive now are of certain strength, and the cruelest opening moment has passed. Brothers, the wine in my personal store is very good. I bought a bottle. Brother, you actually bought wine. That's 10 white stones. That when Xia Xin saw this message, he remembered that Tianmu had just said that the personal mall had launched special drinks today. He opened it and looked at it and found that there were juices and various alcoholic drinks. The juice is 2 white stones in a bottle, which is estimated to be £1. As for the alcohol, the prices vary. The beer is 50 white stones in a barrel, which contains 50 pounds, a bottle of red wine costs 10 white stones, and a bottle of white wine costs 20 white stones. Each bottle weighs 1 kilogram. Xia Xin thought about it and decided to buy more. After all, it was on sale now and it was only available today. He didn't know if it would appear next weekend. Anyway, now that I have money, I can still go hunting in the sea every day, and I can also harvest money trees. I can make more money, but I can't buy things if I miss them, so he directly bought 200 bottles of juice, 10 barrels of beer, 50 bottles of red wine, and 10 bottles of white wine. A total of 1,600 white stones were spent, and after looking at the assets, there were more than 300 left. Yesterday it was only yuan, but now it's just that little. I can't help but spend money. But it's not a big problem. From now on, I can hunt for 2 hours every day, so I don't have to worry about making money. Xia Xin left some juice and asked them to move the rest to the warehouse. Then Xia Xin got a wooden bucket, and used the freezing technique to freeze some sea water, making some ice cubes to freeze the juice. At this time, Jasmine came over. Sir, I caught a blueprint. He said and handed the blueprint over. After taking the drawing and asking her to go fishing, Xia Xin looked at the information. Barbecue grill drawings. A beautiful night would be incomplete without delicious barbecue. Construction requirements, iron block *10. It's actually a barbecue grill. Xia Xin directly chose to build, and today he had barbecue and beer. Xia Xin went to the warehouse and got some pork, beef and mutton, packed it up and marinated it, then opened the building and got some iron picks. Then I thought about it, I didn't seem to have any coal. I went to the trading channel to check and found that no one is selling this thing now. What's up with this? Suddenly I hit my head and realized it was a different world. Why do we need to use charcoal for barbecue? Can we just let Huahua do it? Then Xia Xin started to wear strings. It was approaching noon, and Xia Xin was finally done. He moved the wooden table out and placed it at the bow of the ship. Call Huahua and tell her how to barbecue. After it was done, I took a bite and it was very fragrant, but I felt like something was missing. There seems to be no cumin and chili powder. I quickly went to the trading channel to buy it. I didn't expect that this thing actually existed. Sprinkle with cumin and chili powder, take another bite, it's amazing. Xia Xin called Windsor and Jasmine over and prepared to eat. Drinking iced juice, looking at the sea view, and eating barbecue. Xia Xin feels that life is called life, and the days in the past few days can only be called survival. Thinking that he only had a small wooden plank on the first day he came here, but now he has a big boat, Xia Xin felt a strong sense of accomplishment at this moment. This feeling cannot be enjoyed by yourself alone, it must be shared. So he directly took a photo of the current scene and sent it to the chat channel. What was even more annoying was that when taking the photo, he deliberately asked Windsor to kiss his cheek. As soon as the photo was posted, the world chat channel exploded. "I'll go, the boss is the boss, I envy this small life. Damn, brother Xia Xin is really not a human being. The boss is ranked first in points, and he must have a lot of supplies. Alas. Why isn't such a stunning beauty mine?" But at this moment, Wakawa Nina began to come out to make trouble again. Chapter 33 The Godless Mountain Turtle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. TCH, a person who only knows how to enjoy will not be able to go far in the future. The message sent by Oikawa Nishina instantly aroused the people of Wano country to cater to him. That's right, we still have to look at our Wano country's Oikawa Nina, only he can make it to the end. Yes, our Oikawa Nina is very powerful, and he has a strong Bushido spirit. What the hell, come out and fart. Oh. It's really strong, ranked 6th. No one even bothers to compete for the top 5. Hahaha, it's up to you to be weird. When the people of Zhou Kingdom saw this Wakawa Nina coming out and jumping around again, they immediately started to attack him. There is no way, the two countries have had a grudge before. Survival points don't mean everything, do you understand? Xia Xin, pray that you don't meet me, otherwise you will be dead. Wakawa Nina said harsh words directly. Isn't it good to live your little life well? Why are you always shouting at me? Do you want to attract my attention? Xia Xin now also hates this Oikawa Nina, who has been jumping up and down from the beginning. You bitch, after I met you, I immediately stripped you of your skin. Xia Xin sent another message. He really wants to solve this problem with Nina Kawakawa now. It's so annoying. Huh, Oikawa Nina, you successfully attracted the attention of the boss. A moment of silence for Oikawa Nina. I hope Wawa Nishina can meet the boss soon. When you meet love around the corner, Xia Xin Zai Sinai. I originally wanted to post a photo to make people laugh, but I didn't expect to meet this piece of shit Oikawa Nina again, which affected my mood. Xia Xin quickly hugged Windsor and kissed her a few times, and then her mood improved. After finishing lunch, Xia Xin started diving again and started today's hunting. Just like yesterday, Windsor was still in charge and killed the enemy by himself. There were no accidents, but the harvest was not very big. It was basically some basic materials. Until I encountered a level 12 sea monster, starfish, green, rating, 12. Power, 44. Agility, 39. Defense, 47. Skills, blink, armor, splash, the strength is not strong, Windsor salted very neatly after taking action. This starfish explodes with a piece of equipment, starfish armor, green when equipped, it increases the user's defense attribute by 10%, this thing is good. Xia Xin thought about it and put it on himself. He is not strong now, and the higher the defense, the safer it is. After killing the sea monster, Windsor was upgraded to level 6. Xia Xin checked her attributes, Windsor, legend, rating, 6. Strength, 50, plus 15 plus 5, agility, 52, plus 5, defense, 52. Wisdom, 50. Magic value, 500, plus 150, occupation, hero, bringer of light, skills, healing, light arrow, light shield, entangle, blue, confusion, blue, equipment, chuanguang, purple, hairpin, green, loyalty, 100. Affinity, 87, friendly. Windsor's strength now reaches 70 points including bonuses, and he also has 2 blue quality skills. Against some low quality leviathans, Windsor can almost beat them now. After wearing the equipment, Xia Xion's defense has also increased a bit, but because his basic attributes are relatively low, it is not obvious. Xia Xin, no, 002, 022, 1025, level, 4, 302/400, strength, 19, plus 10, agility, 19, plus 1.9, defense, 17, plus 5 plus 1.7, wisdom, 20. Magic value, 180, 18, occupation, hero, ice elemental user, skills, spiritual eyes, water arrow, green, freeze, purple, equipment, staff, green, ring, green, talent, variety, epic, name, none. The level is still level 20, and it is estimated that it will be upgraded tomorrow. By then, your basic attributes will all exceed, points. Closing the information panel, Xia Xin continued his action. This time Xia Xin encountered a suspended hill. Except for one tree, the mountain was bare and devoid of any other animals or plants. Xia Xin felt a little weird. How could there be only one tree growing? Xia Xin approached the hill and then used his spiritual eye skill. Unexpectedly, two information panels appeared. Turtle Spirit Tree, Gold, rating, 19. Power, 249. Agility, 225. Defense, 354. Skills, the levels are too different to view. Negative. God Mountain Turtle, Gold, rating, 22. Power, 349. Agility, 291. Defense, 442. Skills, the levels are too different to view. Xia Xin looked at the information panel and felt that he was really screwed. Yesterday he met the legendary Chongqing Sea Dragon King, and today he met two golden ones. Are golden ones so rare in the sea? Why is Windsor a legendary hero? Xia Xin is a little scared now. If one of these two big guys notices him and gives him a moment, he will be destroyed and everyone will be killed. He will give an account of everything. Xia Xin quickly drove the boat and planned to leave this place. At this moment, the hill suddenly shook, and two huge eyes appeared on it. The eyes were emerald green, and their eyes looked very gentle. Xia Xin was immediately frightened. Unexpectedly, the big boss woke up. At this moment, Xia Xin's mind was running rapidly, thinking about how he could escape. After thinking about it, Xia Xin felt that he was dead. After seeing this, Windsor and Huahua looked at the negative God Mountain Turtle nervously and protected Xia Xin behind them. Don't be nervous, little friend. I don't mean any harm. I just felt your presence and wanted to invite you to come over. Sensing Xia Xin's nervousness, the negative God Mountain Turtle made a sound, but he didn't open his mouth. Xia Xin was startled. This was the first time he saw a sea beast speak. Yesterday's one was also a halfling after all. Boss, I have something urgent to do. Let's talk when we have time later. Xia Xin didn't want to go there at all, he felt too insecure. At noon, others call me boss, but in the blink of an eye, I have to call others boss, and this is the real boss. The boss also conforms to the theory of relativity. My little friend, I follow the current of the sea. Today I happen to meet you, a human race and a novice lord. I am very happy, so I want to talk to you. I won't hurt you. Xia Xin saw that this mountain turtle had not made any move, but was communicating with himself, and he felt relieved a lot from his worries. After all, with the other party's strength, if he really wanted to deal with himself, there would be no need to go to such trouble, he could just do it. And the other party actually knew that he was a novice lord, so he must know something about the novice lord, and Xia Xin also wanted to get some useful information from him. As if he could read Xia Xin's thoughts, the negative mountain turtle took action directly. The sea current surged, pushing Xia Xin's ship to move, and finally landed under the sacred tree on the mountain. Xia Xin was a little worried at first, but after seeing that the other party made no further moves, he felt relieved. At this time, a wave of light surged under the sacred tree, and an old man who was only about meters tall appeared. Chapter 34 Obtaining Information. You are listening at novelfull.audio. His hair and beard are gray, his face is full of wrinkles, his eyes are emerald green, and he holds a wooden staff in his hand. Looks kind-hearted. After he appeared, he looked at Xia Xin on the wooden boat and smiled. Then he gently lifted the wooden stick, and the surrounding water surged directly to all directions, and a space appeared on the mountain. Then, he stretched out his hand a little more, and a wooden table and 2 stools appeared on the ground. There were also some fruits and wine utensils on the table. "My little friend, please come down and get together." After doing all this, he said to Xia Xin. Xia Xin felt a little amazed as he watched this old man create this wonderful scene with just a few movements of his hands. Then Xia Xin asked Jasmine and others to stay on the boat, and walked off the wooden boat holding Huohua, followed closely by Windsor. After Xia Xin got off the boat, he landed on land and took a few deep breaths. It felt like land, but the occasional sea fish passing by around him still made him understand that he was still in the sea. Xia Xin walked up to the old man, bowed slightly and saluted. "I've met the old man." Xia Xin still knew how to respect the strong, not to mention he was a well-educated strong man. "You don't have to be polite, little friend, please take a seat." God Mountain Turtle smiled and said, "Girl, please take a seat too." After saying that, another stool appeared. Xia Xin and Windsor took their seats. "I didn't expect that the chosen one in this era would be the human race." The God Mountain Turtle sighed. "Old sir, what is the chosen one?" Xia Xin felt that there was a lot of information in this sentence. He immediately asked his doubts. "The people selected by the Heavenly Mother who are qualified to become lords are the chosen ones," said the mountain turtle of the negative god. "Can you tell me in detail?" Xia Xin couldn't wait to learn about this world. "This is not important information, and it doesn't matter if I tell you." God Mountain Turtle said, "It turns out that in this Lord's continent, every 100 years is an era. In every era, the Heavenly Mother will select some people, give them the qualifications to be lords, and then go through many tests and continue to grow. Sometimes these chosen ones are found from outside the world, and sometimes they are selected in the Lord's continent. Every era is a race. There have been orcs, dragons, sea people, etc. before." What surprised Xia Xin even more was that there were actually 2 Heavenly Mothers in this world. One was the Heavenly Mother in the spiritual realm, and the other was the Heavenly Mother in the demonic realm. The God Mountain Turtle explained that the 2 Heavenly Mothers were actually the same before, but later they separated for unknown reasons. Just like one person has 2 different souls, at the beginning, the 2 Heavenly Mothers were entangled and fighting, but because they were both wills of the continent, they caused great harm to the world, causing all living beings to be devastated, and all living things to be destroyed, and their own strength depends on the prosperity of the continent. So the 2 signed an agreement not to do it themselves, but to divide the Lord's continent into 2, train the Lords separately, and let them fight. The Heavenly Mother and the others expanded their will along with the expansion of the Lord's territory. The larger the territory occupied by the Lords you cultivate, the stronger your dominance over the Lord continent will be, and the stronger your own willpower will be. This is the fundamental reason for the battle in the spiritual realm and the demonic realm. "Old sir, which one has the upper hand now, the demon realm or the spiritual realm?" Xia Xin asked curiously. "There is still no distinction between top and bottom," God Mountain Turtle said. "Since the purpose is to cultivate lords, why not just give us resources so that we can grow quickly?" Xia Xin asked another question. The God Mountain Turtle smiled. Said, "The flowers in the greenhouse are weak and cannot withstand damage." The Heavenly Mother not only wants to dominate the Lord's continent, but also wants to make the Lord's continent more prosperous. Then he said, "The lush Lord continent is the powerful Heavenly Mother. Although they still each occupy half of the Lord continent, years of fighting have made each ethnic group stronger. The war promoted expansion, promoted development, and promoted the prosperity of the Lord's continent. So it turns out that the Heavenly Mother and the others ultimately want to strengthen themselves, and to strengthen themselves is not only the way to occupy more Lord's continents, but also to allow living beings to multiply and grow. Since there are already lords of so many races in this world, why haven't I met them in any territory? Because this is only an area designated for novices. Other lords will not show up easily, and they cannot take action against you. What about you? Xia Xin asked. We, the Sea Beast clan, are not within this scope. The negative god mountain turtle said with a smile. Why? Can those sea tribes take action against us? This is an agreement between our Sea Beast clan and Heavenly Mother. I don't know the details. As for the Sea clan, they are not the same race as our Sea Beasts. Huh? No way. I believe there are some surprises, they are all from the sea. We, the Sea Beast clan, will not choose to take human form, but the Sea clan will choose to take human form. Xia Xin looked at him with an expression like you're kidding me. The negative god mountain turtle explained, I am just an incarnation, not a real human body. Yes, I am still in his body. Old sir, do you know the news about Qinmu City? As Xia Xin said this, he picked up a fruit on the table and ate it. He felt much more relaxed. Unexpectedly, I was surprised when I ate it. This was actually a fruit that could increase attributes. Xia Xin quickly took a look with his spiritual eyes. Lingyuan Zidi, green. After taking it, the attributes will be randomly increased by 3 to 4 points. Lingyuan Lan Luo, green. After taking it, attributes will be randomly increased by 3 to 4 points. Zuanyuan Zishan, blue. After taking it, attributes will be randomly increased by 5 to 10 points. I didn't say that I couldn't let go of good things, so I quickly handed one to Windsor and Huohua. What surprised Xia Xin was that this time the fruit did not disappear directly into the airflow, but could be tasted slowly like real fruit. The negative god mountain turtle also noticed Xia Xin's expression and explained, these heavenly materials and earthly treasures will no longer turn into airflow as long as they are soaked by the mother essence. Mother Yuan, what is that? Are there any seeds after soaking? Mother Yuan is sold in Tianmu City, and the price is very cheap. There will be no seeds after soaking these heavenly materials and earthly treasures, their seeds are only sold in Tianmu City. Then the negative god mountain turtle began to introduce Tianmu City to Xia Xin. According to him, there are 3 special cities in this world. One is the Heavenly Mother City in the spiritual realm, the other is the Heavenly Mother City in the demonic realm, and the third is the Chaos City. Among them, Chaos City is a place where people from the entire Lord continent can go, so it is the most prosperous. As for your merit points, you need to redeem them at the Heavenly Mother City in the Spirit Realm. Chapter 35 Life Bracelet. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin chatted with the negative god mountain turtle for a while. When the time was almost up, Xia Xin stood up and prepared to leave. Thank you, old man, for clearing up the confusion this time. Xia Xin stood up and bowed to the negative mountain turtle. This time, he sincerely thanked him. From him, Xia Xin gained a lot. Little friend, you don't have to be like this, I'm just talking about some common sense of this world. Negative god mountain turtle smiled heartily, then he added, this time, little friend, I have been chatting with me for such a long time. I will also give you a small gift before leaving. Little Ling, take a portion of your juice and give it to your little friend. The negative god mountain turtle continued. Humph, old mountain turtle, you always use my things as favors. I saw the turtle spirit tree shaking, and a 1-meter-tall boy appeared. He first glared at the negative god mountain turtle, and then threw a small wooden bottle in his hand to Xia Xin. Xia Xin quickly caught it, and then said quickly, thank you, old gentleman, for the gift. Hey, it's obviously my thing, why are you thanking this big turtle? The turtle spirit tree said dissatisfied. When Xia Xin was about to salute and thank him, the negative mountain turtle had already stopped him, and then said to the turtle tree, you old guy, you have to pretend to be a child, you are so ashamed. Don't pay attention to him, little friend, you can leave. Xia Xin looked at the few spiritual fruits left on the table, but still didn't feel embarrassed to take them. However, the negative god mountain turtle was directly given to him. These are no longer useful to me, take them. Then he handed Xia Xin a larger wooden bottle. There are some other elements here, take them. Xia Xin is very happy, thank you again. Xia Xin got on the boat, waved to negative god mountain turtle and the others, and then started to leave. Back at the sea, Huohua continued to store energy, Windsor and the others went fishing, and Xia Xin returned to the house. This hunt resulted in nearly 2,000 white stones, and in addition there was a piece of green equipment. There are also some basic materials and some living supplies. The unexpected gain was the information obtained from the negative God Mountain Turtle, and the 3 natural and earthly treasures, which added a lot of attribute points to myself. By the way, there is also the last thing that the turtle spirit tree gave me. Xia Xin took out the small wooden bottle and checked the information with his spiritual eyes. Turtle spirit tree spirit, purple. After taking it, the quality of sea beasts can be improved. This thing is good. Xia Xin walked outside the house, found Xiaolan, fed it directly to it, and then took out the 3 fruits and gave him one of the same. After Xiaolan took it, Xia Xin checked its information. Little blue/deep sea giant whale, purple, rating, 6. Power, 40. Agility, 35. Defense, 36. Skills, impact, bite, thunder sword. The information has changed quite a lot. First of all, the quality has been improved and turned into purple. Secondly, there is an additional skill thunder sword. Unexpectedly, Xiaolan has a thunder attribute. In addition, the attributes are increased by 16 points, of which 5 points are added to strength, 5 points are added to agility, and the defense is increased by 6 points. This is the effect of the 3 genius treasures. Touching Xiaolan's head, Xia Xin was thinking, does Xiaolan belong to the sea tribe or the sea beast? The negative God Mountain Turtle said that they distinguish between sea tribes and sea beasts based on whether they choose to turn into human form, which means that they can choose by themselves in the future. Let's see what Xiaolan wants at that time. Anyway, it will be a long time before the first generation sea beast transformation reaches level 19. Xia Xin looked at his assets, which were about 2,300, and then checked what he needed to upgrade his wooden boat. Upgrade requires 1,000 wood, 2,000 nails, 100 copper. Everything adds up to 5,000 white stones. I got about 500 white stones in one day today, and I can earn about white stones from growing money trees at night. It seems that I can upgrade the wooden boat tomorrow. By then it will be a level 6 wooden boat. Xia Xin is looking forward to what will happen after level 6, because he now understands that this world will be a hurdle every time he passes level 6. Xia Xin was lying in the room, watching the chat channel and thinking about his next plan. Suddenly the night came. Xia Xin turned on the rechargeable light, and the room suddenly became filled with brightener, which was much stronger than a match candle. Afterwards, Xia Xin ate dinner cooked by Jasmine and then let them go to rest. Xia Xin and Windsor were sitting on the bow of the boat, looking at the night and chatting. Xia Xin also took out a bottle of red wine, and the 2 of them drank it slowly, and even Huohua held a small wooden cup. After he was almost done drinking and feeling a little drunk, Xia Xin hugged Windsor and returned to the house. Huohua stayed outside and continued to charge the wooden boat. The 2 took off their clothes and got into bed. I have to say that this luxurious suit was so comfortable, and the whole person seemed to be surrounded by a kind of warmth. Windsor's face was rosy due to drinking. It makes people want to take a bite. However, Xia Xin took no action for the time being, but planned to deal with the evening's affairs first. First, I picked off the white stones and purple stones from the money tree. There were 593 white stones in total. Then I looked at the transaction list sent by Wang Mu today. There was nothing useful. It is worth mentioning that when Wang Mu gave the list, he also said that he would return his white stone as soon as possible, while Xia Xin told him not to worry. Later, Xia Xin took out 3 ore-making drawings. He had 4 of these and had saved them for several days. They had been useless and almost forgotten. He only discovered them when he checked the space grid today. All 3 drawings are of green quality. Use talent directly. The first piece of information obtained was also a blueprint. Construction drawing. Blue. When you're close to the coast, the existence of a dock can make your territory a lot more profitable. Construction requirements. Wood * 5,000, stone * 500, iron * 200. This thing is good. My territory must be on an island, and the blueprint of this dock must be useful. Continue. Variety of changes. Water well construction drawing. blue everyone in the territory cannot live without water, and the existence of a water well can help you a lot. Construction requirements, stone * 300, iron * 100. Another drawing, I'm pretty lucky today, the last time, ever changing, life bracelet, purple. It can delay aging and speed up the recovery of injuries, damn it. Xia Xin started swearing, and the last one actually broke out, and the quality went up 2 levels, but when he looked at the attributes, Xia Xin was a little disappointed. This thing was not a piece of equipment and could not increase attributes. However, it did have the effect of accelerating the recovery of injuries, and it also had the function of delaying aging. Xia Xin felt that it was a bit tasteless, and felt that it was not worthy of the quality of purple. Forget it, there is nothing that can be changed anyway. Windsor, this bracelet is for you. Chapter 36 In-Depth Communication. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin handed this thing to Windsor and explained its effect to him. Ah. Thank you, Ashen. Windsor immediately became excited after hearing that it could delay aging. He jumped directly into Xia Xin's arms and kissed Xia Xin on the face. Windsor took the bracelet and put it on her white wrist happily, looking at it constantly. Tip, Windsor's affinity for you is +5, and the affinity status is upgraded to admiration. The affinity actually increased by 5 points, and Xia Xin was pleasantly surprised. Looking at Windsor's appearance, Xia Xin found that he had underestimated the lethality of this item that could delay aging on women. Windsor, I gave you a gift, don't you thank me? Xia Xin said with a smile. Didn't I kiss you just now? Windsor heard Xia Xin's question and glanced at Xia Xin with some confusion. Xia Xin was choked, but he would not let Windsor go just like that. Is that also called thank you? No, I have the final say. Then how do you want me to thank you? Windsor looked at Xia Xin and asked. When she saw Xia Xin constantly looking at her, Windsor seemed to understand something. Her fair and tender face turned red visibly, and she lowered her head shyly. Seeing that Windsor did not say rejection, but lowered his head shyly, how could Xia Xin not understand what this meant? With a turn, the two of them became superimposed. Xia Xin kissed Windsor's red lips, and started to climb mountains and rivers with his hands. Gradually, Windsor also began to hug Xia Xin tightly. Start responding. The wooden boat was sailing under the moonlight, but there seemed to be some wind and waves today, so the wooden boat was shaking a little. In the early morning, the sun slipped through the window, caressed Xia Xin's eyes, and woke him up from his dream. Xia Xin opened his eyes, and the sunlight made him squint slightly. Turning his head to look at Windsor with his bare smooth shoulders, Xia Xin smiled slightly, lowered his head and kissed her forehead before getting dressed and getting up. Another new day has come. Now Jasmine has started to prepare breakfast, and the other 5 people have also begun to sit on the fishing gallery and start fishing. Xia Xin took a bench, sat aside, and started today's fishing work. Take out the resource fishing rod and start working. Soon, the first item fell up. Deck chair production drawing. White. A comfortable recliner allows you to enjoy the good time more leisurely. Construction requirements. Wood *4, nails *10. It is another thing that improves the quality of life. Xia Xin feels that the quality of the fishing rods in this resource is generally not high. Of course, it is still much better than the initially released fishing rods. The initial fishing rod. 6 days later, Xia Xin didn't get much valuable things from it. A few 4 pieces of wood were purchased, and then 10 iron nails were made, and Xia Xin built them directly. A wooden deck chair appeared. Xia Xin carried the deck chair to the bow of the ship. After placing it, Xia Xin lay down. This recliner can also rock, which is much more comfortable than sitting on a wooden stool. Get to work. At this time, Huohuo flew over and landed in Xia Xin's arms. Xia Xin touched Huohuo's little head. Huohuo hasn't had anything like amethyst to eat in the past 2 days, and she can't grow while hunting on the bottom of the sea. It seems that she really didn't grow through hunting. The negative god mountain turtle said that this kind of elemental spirit grows by taking its own elemental crystals. In addition to elemental crystals, you can also take special crystals such as amethyst. However, Xia Xin has no way to obtain the elemental crystal. As for the amethyst, there is a way, but it is unstable, and it is really not cost-effective to obtain it with talent. As soon as the fishing rod moved, the second item of the day was hooked. Lumberyard Blueprint: White. A territory without logging capabilities is an incomplete territory, and it will help you make up for this. Construction requirements: wood *300, iron *20. It's actually another drawing. My luck is pretty good today. Although this one is also of white quality, it is much more precious than the lounge chair just now. Windsor walked over slowly, sat next to Xia Xin, and reached out to hand Xia Xin a glass of water. Why don't you sleep a little longer? Xia Xin took the water glass. I've gotten up at this time before, I'm used to it. Windsor smiled softly. Isn't that different last night? Xia Xin said jokingly. Windsor glared at Xia Xin coquettishly and stopped talking to him, always teasing herself. However, after what happened last night, the relationship between the two has reached the point where they are inseparable. Now Windsor and Xia Xin no longer have a sense of distance. In the past, Windsor always put herself in the position of subordinate, but now she truly has a feeling of equal communication with Xia Xin. Xia Xin is happy to see this scene. After all, he will have many subordinates in the future, and he will not find another lord as a partner, so a heroic companion who can communicate with him on an equal footing is the best choice. He won't betray, and he always gives priority to his own interests in everything he does. It's simply perfect. He reached over, held Windsor's hand, and smiled at her, as if he felt Xia Xin's tenderness. Windsor was also very happy. Now she is very satisfied with her current life. The last thing I caught was a black ball. Poison element bomb, special prop after use, it can cause poison erosion to living creatures. The power depends on the opponent's ability to resist poison. The information he got made Xia Xin look happy. It was a special prop, and it was offensive. He had another small trump card. Put it away. It might come in handy in the future. Today I ran out of opportunities to use fishing rods as a resource. Overall, the harvest was pretty good. Put it away and have breakfast. While we were eating, Heavenly Mother made another announcement. Announcement to all: congratulations on passing the first week, today is a new week. I hope you will continue your efforts. Announcement to all: in order to help you get rid of the boredom of the journey, the arena is now open. Please check the rules of the arena yourself. Everyone is welcome to participate. Announcement to all: random events will occur during the next trip, please be prepared. There are 3 announcements, each with information points. The first one establishes that every week in this world has 6 days. The second article opens an arena, probably to encourage the Lord to improve his personal strength. On the third day, saying that random events will happen is too broad. Randomness means uncertainty. It may be good or bad. This is fine if you encounter good ones, but if you encounter bad ones, such as the god-defying mountain turtle yesterday, if he was malicious, he would be a loser, but he was kind, so Xia Xin gained a lot of benefits. This is really a change that makes people look forward to and worried at the same time. Chapter 38 Level 6 Wooden Boat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin ignored him and chose to leave directly. It would be such a waste of time if everyone just chatted with each other. When Lei Yu saw that the other party did not respond to him at all, but left directly, the thoughts in his heart became stronger and stronger. He felt that there was a high chance that this was Boss Xia. When he thought of this, he felt that he was a little short-changed. He didn't open his mouth to add friends and missed a good opportunity. At this time, Xia Xin had returned to his seat. Wang Mu was not here at this time, probably going to participate in the competition. Xia Xin looked at the rankings and found that he had a few more points. Before Wang Mu appeared, Xia Xin started another battle. This time he encountered a very ordinary opponent. Xia Xin solved the opponent with a freeze and a water arrow. Looking at the points increase again, it seems that winning a game only adds a little points, but I don't know what kind of bonus point mechanism will be used when the level is high. Then Xia Xin did not enter the competition again, but opened shopping and spent a white stone to buy a juice. The things here are cheaper than outside, after all, they are virtual things. Xia Xin took out the juice and took a sip, feeling that the taste was really the same as in reality. At this time Wang Mu appeared on his seat and his competition was over. Grandma, I'm so unlucky to meet Bai Shui. Wang Mu cursed as soon as he appeared, then Wang Mu looked at Xia Xin, boss, are you done too? Well, do you think you've lost? Xia Xin said, tell me the specific situation. Xia Xin knew about Bai Shui. After all, the other party was second only to him. Xia Xin was still paying close attention to her situation. Boss, Bai Shui is definitely talented, and it must be related to perception. Our venue this time is a forest. After I appeared, I directly used my talent to become invisible, but the other party found me after a while. I kept moving my position, but it didn't work at all. I was caught after a while. Xia Xin glanced at Wang Mu in surprise. He didn't expect that the opponent also had a talent now, and could still survive and make sneak attacks. Although this talent was auxiliary, it was still very good. As for the other party saying that Bai Shui is perceptive, Xia Xin would not draw a conclusion. He could only say that Bai Shui's talent made her perceptive very strong, but he could not conclude that her talent was perceptual. What level is she? Xia Xin asked. If the opponent's level is very high and his talent quality is not low, he may not be his opponent. Her level has reached level 5. Wang Mu said, there is no need to worry too much about level 5. He will soon reach level 5. As long as the opponent is not a legendary talent, Xia Xin is not afraid of her. After chatting with Wang Mu for a few more words, Xia Xin exited the arena. At this time, Windsor and others were already fishing outside. At this time, Jasmine was already making lunch. She didn't expect that she had been in the arena for such a long time and felt like she had done nothing. After lunch, Xia Xin started hunting in the afternoon. Today's hunting activity went smoothly without any accidents, and the 2 hours passed quickly. After the boat surfaced, Xia Xin let them continue fishing while he returned to the house. After checking my assets, I currently have more than 4,200 white stones, and I still have more than 800 to buy the materials to upgrade the wooden boat. We can only wait until evening. By then, we will probably be able to sell what we got from fishing in the afternoon, plus the harvest from the money tree. This time he went hunting in the sea and reached level 4. Xia Xin checked his personal information. Xia Xin, no, 002-022-1025, level, 5, 72/500, strength, 27, plus 10, agility, 27, plus 2.7, defense, 26, plus 5 plus 2.6, wisdom, 25. Magic value, 250, 25, occupation, hero, ice elemental user. Skills, spiritual eyes, water arrow, green, freeze, purple, equipment, staff, green, ring, green, starfish armor, green, talent, variety, epic, name, none. The basic attributes are almost 30 points. Thanks to the few spiritual fruits of the negative god mountain turtle, I have added a lot of basic attributes to myself, otherwise I would not be able to reach the current attributes. As long as you don't encounter legendary characters, you are basically invincible at the same level. In this world, the quality is different, and the gap in strength is simply worldwide. Unless you are extremely lucky and can eat all the treasures of heaven and earth, otherwise this gap will be impossible to cross. Now that he couldn't upgrade his wooden boat, Xia Xin chose to enter the arena to compete. However, he didn't meet a decent opponent after playing all afternoon. They were all cruel. It was already evening after exiting, and Jasmine had already prepared dinner. Xia Xin first sold the things Windsor and the others had fished for in the afternoon, leaving only a white quality paddle drawing. Then it was time to eat. After dinner, Xia Xin collected all the money trees produced today, 598 of them. Looking at my assets again, I already have more than 5,300. After purchasing the shopping materials, click upgrade. After the upgrade was completed, Xia Xin checked the information. Wooden boat, level 6, 40 meters long, 12 meters wide, facilities, core cabin, 2 large bedrooms, 4 small bedrooms, warehouse, public toilet, fishing gallery, mast, rudder, power, multi or linkage propulsion, technology, ship. Displacement technology, level, dash, ship thermal energy technology, level, dash, ship automation technology, level, dash, multi-propeller propulsion technology, level, dash, ship diving technology, weakened level, dash. Special ability, diving. The changes this time are huge. A mast and rudder were added, 1 large bedroom and 2 small bedrooms. In addition, the toilet became a public toilet and became a separate place. The toilet inside the core cabin still exists. Looking at this trend, I will be completely separated from other civilians in the future. Xia Xin was not surprised. It was definitely impossible for a lord to deal with civilians all day long. He only needed to control the heroes and issue instructions for them to execute. Then Xia Xin looked expectantly at the requirements for upgrading to the next level. After all, 6 is a threshold. Upgrade requires wood *2000, nails *4000, copper *200, ship core *1. In addition to the increase in basic materials, there is also an additional ship core. I don't know whether this ship core will be needed for every level upgrade in the future, or whether it will only be needed from level 6 to level 7. Xia Xin thought about it, and it seemed that he would have to find a way to get more ship cores in the future, just in case. I don't know if I can buy it. After all, no one knows the true purpose of the ship core yet. I can give it a try tomorrow. Xia Xin calculated the cost of basic materials and found that he actually needed 5 white stones. Based on his current level of white stone harvest, it would take about days to save enough. Forget it, take your time, don't be busy upgrading the wooden boats for the time being. When you have money, you can upgrade the power technology first. After closing the panel, Xia Xin arranged for Huohua and Xiaolan as usual, then took off his clothes and went to bed, with Windsor's smooth body hugging him. Xia Xin hugged Windsor and kissed her cheek. Next is the versatile use of today's talents. Chapter 39. The weather is hot. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The first is today's drawing of the paddle. It is of no use and can be used directly. This time I got a green quality civilian summoning card, put it away and use it tomorrow. Next is the green quality paddle drawing that Xia Xin took out. Variety, navigator summoning card, blue. After use, you can summon a navigator. With him, you can avoid many disasters at sea. This time it was still a summoning card, but it was no longer random, but designated a profession. It just so happens that my current level 6 wooden boat has a rudder and mast. Summon this navigator tomorrow and let him steer the ship from now on, so there is no need for Xiaolan to keep watch every day. The last chance Xia Xin had was to become a commoner summoning card of white quality, which he chose from the king's trade list. Use variety. Xia Xin looked at the thing in his hand and was a little disappointed. Unexpectedly, it was still a summoning card, but it had changed to green quality. The 3 uses of talents today did not give Xia Xin much surprise. All 3 were summoning cards. Fortunately, there was a small surprise like navigator. I believe that I suddenly smiled and felt a little dissatisfied. I actually disliked the lowest green quality thing. It seems that the harvest of the past few days has made me a little distracted, forgetting that this is the normal state, and it is only my own normal state. Most people's harvest does not meet their own normal standards. Today's work is done, and Xia Xin has no intention of chatting or watching it, delaying his own business. Xia Xin turned over and pressed Windsor under him. Windsor screamed in surprise, but was quickly blocked by Xia Xin's kiss and could only make a whimpering sound. Gradually, there were only heavy breathing and moans in the whole room. The next day, Xia Xin opened his eyes and found that the quilt was no longer on him. He and Windsor were lying naked on the bed. Windsor's snow-white skin and exquisite figure gave him a strong impact. The blood rushed to both ends. Windsor opened her eyes and saw Xia Xin's figure rushing toward her. Her whole body went from confused to sober, then to intoxication, then responded, and finally collapsed. After the storm, Xia Xin hugged Windsor and kissed her cheek until they both calmed down. It's time to get up, it's so late now. Windsor leaned into Xia Xin's arms and said softly, her face still a little flushed. Well, get up now. After Xia Xin finished speaking, he started to get up and get dressed. While getting dressed, he said, "Today seems to be much hotter than yesterday. The disaster of this week is probably the extreme heat." Xia Xin felt the change in temperature keenly, and the quilt was kicked off after he got up today, which had never been like this before. You have to find a way to deal with it early. It's indeed hotter than yesterday, but it's still bearable. Windsor also started to put on clothes at this time, but she had more clothes and put them on more slowly. "I'd better make plans early. I believe you can handle these things well," Windsor said with firm eyes. She was indeed full of confidence in Xia Xin. After all, she watched Xia Xin slowly develop from a small canoe to where he is now. "Well, don't worry." Xia Xin smiled and nodded. "When I walked out of the house, it was even hotter outside than inside." The sun was already white and emitting strong light. Xia Xin first used the 3 summoning cards from yesterday. 3 people appeared, all men, 1 middle-aged and 2 still young. Xia Xin checked their information. Li Lu, excellence, rating, 5. Power, 27. Agility, 25. Defense, 26. Occupation, navigator, abilities, wind direction judgment, chart drawing, ship driving. Wang Yi, excellent, level, 3. Power, 14. Agility, 14. Power, 15. Occupation, sailor, abilities, rowing, mast trimming, ship maintenance. Wang Lin, excellent, level, 3. Power, 14. Agility, 15. Power, 14. Occupation, sailor, abilities, rowing, mast trimming, ship maintenance. Unexpectedly, the people summoned by the remaining 2 random civilian cards all have professions, and they are also sailor professions that can be used currently. As soon as the 3 people appeared, they all immediately bowed to Xia Xin and saluted. "I have met the Lord." "Well, no need to be polite," Xia Xin said. "The rest of the voyage will be left to you, Li Lu." After saying that, Xia Xin took out the incomplete map from his arms, handed it to Li Lu, and said at the same time, "The black spot on it is our destination." Li Lu took the map, took a look at it, and then said, "Please rest assured, sir, I will ensure the safe movement of the ship." Xia Xin nodded and let them go about their own business. Check out the survival scoreboard. First place, Xia Xin, 1560, second place, Bai Shui, 971, third place, Denton, 873, fourth place, Li Qier, 872, fifth place, Yi Baifeng, 794, sixth place, Ogawa Nina, 783. Number 7, James, 753. Everyone's points have increased a lot this time, but he still maintains the advantage. Xia Xin estimates that if he upgrades the wooden boat to level 7, he will gain a lot of points. I closed the standings and took a look at my white stones. There were only over 200 left. Nothing can be done. Xia Xin walked to the deck chair at the bow of the ship. After lying down, he started fishing with a resource fishing rod while thinking about what he needed to do now. The top priority is how to survive this week's heat disaster. Xia Xin opened the Science and Technology column and looked for any relevant technology. There are related technologies, such as cabin cooling technology, ship cooling technology, ship temperature control technology, etc. But unfortunately none of them meet the lighting conditions. In fact, there are many technologies that Xia Xin is interested in the technology column, such as ship flying technology and the coveted weapon systems, but they can't be lit now. Xia Xin is looking forward to the future where he can light up all the technologies, drive ships, and lead troops across the sea. Close the technology panel. Since technology can no longer be counted on, we can only think of other ways. At this time, the first item came up. Xia Xin took a look and looked overjoyed. It turned out to be something of blue quality, civilian summoning card. Blue high-quality civilians can make your territory higher than other territories and make it easier to learn new knowledge. This cannot be used to summon civilians, that would be too wasteful. It must be used to use talents. The minimum you can get is a purple quality item. If you are lucky, it will be a gold quality item. not long after, another item came out, another civilian summoning card, this time a white one, and Xia Xin used it directly. She is a middle-aged woman who also has a career as a chef, let her be responsible for the meals of other civilians from now on, and Jasmine will be her own exclusive cook. The resource fishing rod has one last chance, hoping to give himself a surprise. Xia Xin is secretly looking forward to it. Chapter 40 Thermostat, Ice Making. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin was not kept waiting for long, and the last item appeared quickly. Xia Xin took a look and was a little disappointed, because it only glowed white, which meant that it was only of white quality. Xia Xin checked its information, thermostat production drawing, white a machine that can maintain a constant temperature as much as possible. Move your head and think about its uses. Construction requirements, iron *20, copper *10, electronic components *5. Hey, Xia Xin was a little surprised when he saw this item. Because of this thermostat it has seen, Xia Xin opened his personal mall. The weekly special this time was a thermostat, priced at 500 white stones. Xia Xin had noticed it before, but he didn't need it for the time being, so he didn't buy it. It seems that the key to surviving this disaster is this thermostat. It's just that it can only maintain the temperature, it can't change the status quo. Hey, there's a new product. Xia Xin found that there was an additional product in his personal mall today, and that was ice cubes, priced at 10 white stones each. Xia Xin bought a piece, which was probably a cube with a side length of half a meter. I see. Looking at this ice cube, Xia Xin realized what kind of solution Heavenly Mother gave everyone to overcome this disaster. It turns out that by buying ice cubes to lower the temperature, and then using the thermostat to maintain the temperature as much as possible, we can get through this hot week. However, there is a problem here, that is, the thermostat can only maintain the temperature as much as possible, which means that the ice cubes will be lost, so if you want to maintain a comfortable temperature, you can only keep buying ice cubes. Moreover, it is impossible for an ice cube to lower the temperature, which requires a large amount of white stone to maintain a temperature suitable for human survival. This is bloodletting with a dull knife. After Xia Xin figured out the key, he suddenly smiled. He knew the freezing technique, so couldn't he just sell ice to make money? As long as it's 1 or 2 white stones cheaper than the ones in the mall, you don't have to worry about others not buying it. The most indispensable thing on the sea is water. What you do is completely a business without capital. Thinking of this, Xia Xin laughed out loud. It seems that I may not need to wait 5 or 6 days to upgrade the wooden boat again. At this time, Windsor started calling herself that breakfast was ready, and Xia Xin ate breakfast quickly. Let's stop fishing today and start hunting directly. Xia Xin said. He doesn't have much white stone in his hand now, and he can't even get a thermostat, so he plans to start hunting directly and get some money first. Naturally, the others had no objection. Xia Xin started the wooden boat and began to dive. After diving, Xia Xin handed the wooden boat over to Windsor for command. Now that Li Lu, a navigator, was here, he no longer had to control the steering of the wooden boat at any time. Xia Xin was busy with his own affairs now. He called 2 civilians, came to the edge of the ship, and began to use the freezing technique, which directly froze the seawater to form an ice cube the same size as the one in his personal mall. Xia Xin then asked the 2 civilians to move the ice cubes to the large vacant living room, which was quite large and could hold a lot of ice cubes. Now 1 ice cube is equivalent to 9 white stones. Time is really money. That's right, Xia Xin just planned to sell it 1 white stone cheaper than the mall. He felt that he had a good conscience, not $2 cheaper than 1 white stone. For 2 hours, while Windsor was hunting, Xia Xin kept making ice cubes. When the magic power was exhausted, Xia Xin quickly rested and recovered. After he recovered, he immediately started making ice cubes. Now Xia Xin feels a little regretful that yesterday's time was wasted. Why didn't he think so much after seeing the thermostat in the mall yesterday? Still not sensitive enough. Xia Xin reflected on himself. When the wooden boat floated to the surface, Xia Xin also stopped making ice cubes. How many ice cubes are there in total? Xia Xin asked one of the civilians. Sir, there are exactly 100 ice cubes. 100. Xia Xin calculated in his mind that he made 100 ice cubes in 2 hours and sold them for 9 white stones each. That is 900 white stones, which is not bad and can catch up with the hunting harvest. If he worked for 10 hours a day, that would be 4,500 white stones. When Xia Xin calculated it, his mind immediately went crazy. Oh my God, I can upgrade the wooden boat again in 2 days. After sending the others to go fishing, Xia Xin took the items Windsor handed him from the hunt. The basic materials were sold directly, and there were only 3 items left. Xia Xin sat on the recliner, then let Windsor sit on his lap and hugged her. Now I don't value the white rocks I got from fishing very much. They are a bit sparse, so it's not worth letting Windsor go fishing. It's better to accompany me. It can also provide emotional value. At this time Hua also came over and lay in Windsor's arms. Xia Xin didn't care, squeezed Windsor's little hand and started to look at the items. The information about the first item made Xia Xin frown. It was actually another civilian summoning card of white quality. Xia Xin used it directly and then asked him to find a job. What's wrong? Windsor saw Xia Xin frowning, touched his brow, and asked with concern. It's no big deal. Xia Xin smiled. He just felt that there were too many civilian summon cards that appeared this week, and he felt a little strange. Then he thought of the 2-domain fight mentioned in the arena. It seems that the fight between the 2 domains this weekend will not be a small fight, but a real confrontation between the 2 armies, because at the end of the week, everyone will have a lot of civilian summon cards in their hands. Thinking about the battle between ships at the weekend, Xia Xin was really looking forward to it. Gather your mind and look at the second item, quarry blueprint. White, the territory cannot exist without a quarry. You cannot build a majestic city wall without a quarry. Construction requirements: wood *300, iron *20. A quarry construction blueprint. This is also a must-have item for the territory. The third item was a blueprint for making an iron pot. Xia Xin used it directly. As the number of civilians increased, he would have to eat separately from them. Now I just have an extra iron pot. After sorting this out, Xia Xin got up and went to the big living room alone, while Windsor stayed where she was, lying on the recliner and teasing Hua. Arriving at the large room where the ice cubes are stored, Xia Xin bought a thermostat from the mall. The thermostat is a rectangular body with white and blue colors, with round holes on it, and white cold air is released from the holes. Xia Xin looked at it and couldn't figure out what energy this thing relied on to operate. This thermostat was placed in the large living room to maintain the temperature of the large living room. After Xia Xin left, he returned to the bow of the ship and started making ice cubes. A bit boring. Xia Xin asked Windsor to go to the warehouse to get some fruit drinks. After a while, Windsor came over with drinks and fruits, followed by Jasmine. Why did Jasmine come here? Xia Xin is confused.